Hey everyone, it's me, Chef RB, bringing you all the recipes for NFTs, and today we're going to be talking about NFTs and what they are and why I think they are scams. Let's get after it. I'll explain NFTs in two steps, the fungibles and the tokens. So let's get to the basics. What does fungible even mean? Fungible item is basically something that you can exchange for the same amount of value. You could look at it like this. You have a $100 bill and two 50s. You exchange those and it's the same amount of value. You still have $100, right? Well, what does non-fungible mean? And non-fungible means essentially it's something that you cannot trade for the same amount of value because there are characteristics that differentiate it or are unique to others. You could look at it like this. My generation all knows what Pokemon cards are, and Pokemon in general. And there are some Pokemon cards that are going for millions of dollars, ladies and gentlemen. Look at Logan Paul's most recent one that was $5.3 million Pikachu. Now, there are normal Pikachus that are all over this world. But this one unique characteristic Pikachu is so rare and unique that its value is way above any of the normal Pikachus out there. That's what non-fungible means. You cannot trade a normal Pikachu for that rare one because it is not the same value because of different unique characteristics or rarities. Now, we all know that there are non-fungible and fungible items all around the world, but what makes NFTs so hard to understand? And I'll tell you. It is the letter T, which is token. A token is this, a digital traceable certificate that is filed on something called the blockchain, which is a certified distributed database. So what does that even mean? And tokens serve as vouchers that can be exchanged for either goods or services. That's what we use tokens for every day. We see these a lot of the time with the shopping industry where you have a coupon that says buy one, get one free, 50% off, or you have one or have a free item, right? Look at Tim Hortons, or for all you US people, you could look at, I don't even know, but Timmy's is where it's at here in Canada. You could also see tokens used as movie passes or carnival tickets or wristbands to get into your favorite singer-singer. All these tokens are essentially something that are exchanged to bring you value. That's what they are. So tokens bring you value. What is an NFT? Well, a non-fungible token is something that cannot be exchanged for the same amount of value because there is a rarity or uniqueness factor based on a set item that can be exchanged for value. So the next question is, what does that value bring me, and what the hell is a picture of a stick figure even gonna get me when I can just right click save it? So let me break this down into two simple parts. What can the JPEG get you, and why does it not matter if someone saves my picture? So to answer what NFTs get you, it kind of depends on the projects themselves because all of the projects differentiate themselves from each other one. Some give you access to high-end information that is unique and can only be accessed through holding a said item. You could look at this like a masterclass or alpha pass that brings you knowledge in exchange for holding their project. Some give you the ability to stake that NFT as another token, which will then generate you this side coin that is said to be passive income, but in reality, if it's not a super hyped project or nobody knows it, it is not going to generate you any passive income at all. If like it'll say it will, but what can you do with it? Nothing. I mean, it's just going to be a project's hype factor saying that you're going to receive this token, earn passive income, and possibly get something out of it. So it's a very flashy word, but a lot of the time it won't actually benefit you too much unless you're a really well-known project, it's a blue chip or something like that. Some give you access to a video game or a video game license area that allows you to do extra things that the normal person wouldn't. Maybe even play the game as a whole, you might have to hold this NFT item. This is very pre-Pac-Man stage, it's very new. There's nothing actually built or created on the video game world that's actually enjoyable to play yet. I could see this getting extremely big, and I can see a lot of projects building without, like every other video game, like Call of Duty, it takes many years for them to create something that's actually enjoyable to play and valuable for the everyday user. So I could see this happening in another year, maybe even 2 years, but it will come, just not right now. Some will give you access to an online tool that essentially solves a problem. Look at any Web 2 business or real life tool in the internet and is essentially solving a problem. So there are NFTs that are doing this. There are already some that have been created, basically into the database sanctioned areas, not so much for other problem solving things because this is so new. And then there are some that give you nothing at all and you're just supporting a digital artist, which is super cool. I mean, a lot of the digital artists haven't ever been able to create a financial income from creating their art, so this is given a great way for these people to do that. That is really cool, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you're getting anything out of it other than this art piece. Now answering the second part, why can I not just save this photo? And in short answer, you can. There is no one gonna stop you from doing this, and you could totally be the alpha in the room that is flaunting the said item. But in reality, the big difference is Web 2 and Web 3 world is something called the blockchain, which does not allow you to do this. The reason for that is, think of this blockchain like this. Just like the bank, every time a transaction goes in or out of your bank account, the bank is legally drawn to record those transactions and file them in a secured spot, right? Money will come in and money will go up in your bank account, but money comes out of your bank account and they know exactly where it was taken out, for how much, and why. Wherever you are, the transactions will come back to the bank and the bank will then confirm if that transaction can actually occur. Blockchain essentially acts as a public bank for the Web3 world, but the cooler, more advanced part is the blockchain takes into account many computers from all around the world and computes them together, essentially creating a hive of computers that act as a supercomputer. The beauty of this is that if your computer happens to die and erases everything, it would not change the fact that the other millions of computers all around the world have the information confirming you own those items. It's really cool. It is essentially untamperable unless a massive EMP goes off and fries every computer on the planet. And at that point, I mean, we have a lot bigger problems, ladies and gentlemen. So why does it not matter if someone saves my NFT photo? I mean, it wouldn't. Partially because the NFT is not the picture itself, it is a series of codes online on the blockchain, and partially because that blockchain knows exactly who owns those items and when they are bought and sold, where they are in the wallet then held on the blockchain. So it doesn't matter at all. It would be like me saying I own the Mona Lisa that is on my wall that is completely originality and worth millions of dollars. But in reality, anybody in this day of age would know that my Mona Lisa is just a fake. It is not worth anything at all. And it's the same case with these NFTs. I mean, it allows you to have digital ownership for anything in the digital world. The question that I'm sure that you all really want answered now is, why should I even get into NFTs and aren't they all just scams? And well, I stated previously that there are many benefits or utilities that I have briefly touched on that are actually benefiting the holder. But because this is so new, there are a lot of scam projects that are promising these things but not actually delivering. I personally would just not get into NFTs at all right now, not profile picture projects anyway, because there is this atmosphere and business mindset for people to make a quick bag and jump out, because it being on the blockchain, a lot of the time it is anonymous and you don't really know who owns or is building this project. So I wouldn't get into it. It's a little bit more of a longer game. You have to wait a little bit longer, but I think it will get there. And I have an extreme passion for teaching people about it. So with that said, I personally would not. Again, this is not financial advice. I am just advising in a way that this is something that I would not do if I was getting into it right now. I'm not saying you should not or you should. It's just what I would say. Please do your own research. But back into it. A super interesting aspect of the NFT world is actually the community that makes all of it up. And there's roughly 1 million wallets trading on OpenSea right now. They're actively buying and selling these NFTs and creating the volume that is up in OpenSea. OpenSea is essentially just the eBay or Amazon for Ethereum NFTs, and they've actually just brought on Solana as well. That is super interesting, but they are kind of the highest peak point of the marketplace. Now, the interesting part about, again, the OpenSea marketplace is the volume. I just touched on that, and it is because the people that are involved in it are the ones that make up the volume, the trading volume. And that is really interesting because no one wants to get caught at the top. Everybody wants to be able to buy low and sell high right now. It's what it is. That's what the NFT market is. It's a flipper's mindset right now. because there's not a ton of true projects that are bringing real life utility. There are a few, but there's not that many. These people are essentially trying to buy low and sell high, and that's what we call a flipper. That is the NFT world right now. So if you do want to get into it, there is still money to be made, but right now it's pretty suspect on getting projects with true utility, unless you know someone, know something that is really diving a little bit deeper. And there are the blue chip projects that are for sure going to be delivering throughout the future, but I mean, they're a bit pricier to get into. And in my eyes, 98% are going to fail. Just like the early 1990 internet days, where a whole bunch of the projects and websites, full on internet profile businesses were trying to create and promise, 98% of those fail. But those 2%, the Google Chromes, the Instagrams, the whatever it is, succeeded, and they are worth billions. So I think that 2% is still going to be implemented within the NFT space, and there is going to be something super true within that. I am super passionate about that 2% and educating people on trying to find those. There definitely is still money to be made flipping NFTs, but know if you do, it is a highly volatile climate. People definitely make money every day, but people definitely lose money every day. I would say we did a poll the other day, and about 50% were equal to either losing money in the space or making money in the space. So it is a very highly volatile climate. As Brett always says, the Brett way, he is the man. Bet on people. That is by far the biggest ROI to date that I've done, and I continue to do every single day, and it's something you should live by if you're gonna get into a project. This is gonna be it for this video, guys. I'm hoping that you got a better perspective of what NFTs are, why I think they're scams right now, and why I wouldn't actually get in, but what the passion I have to actually educate you guys on what NFTs can do for us for the future. If you like this content or learn anything from this video, please smash that like button. Give me a subscribe, because I will be releasing educational content weekly on trying to get you guys involved within NFTs. Subscribe to me. I will be doing giveaways on my YouTube, giveaways on my Twitter, so go check those out. Friendly reminder, eat what you like, eat till you're full, and eat your greens. I'm gonna go bake a cake. Peace.
Soundstripe.